Hey everybody, welcome to the YouTube Lead Gen Show, hosted by Christina Smallhorn and myself, Malcolm Lawson. Christina and I have each generated millions of views on YouTube, tens of thousands of subscribers, and earned hundreds of thousands of dollars in commissions from leads that we generated off of our real estate YouTube channels in our real estate businesses. Christina, how are you doing today?
I'm so good. I can't stand myself.
That's pretty good. That must be really, really good to not be able to stand yourself with how good you are.
Yeah, just so dang good.
That's fantastic.
So, Malcolm, in the group this week, we had a question about the difference. I've actually saw this on several groups. The differences between a brand account and a personal account.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I started my YouTube channel, for some reason, the person that started my YouTube channel with me, which I didn't know anything about YouTube, said I needed a personal account, that a brand account was not what I wanted. And I said, okay, not knowing any better. And now here I am, almost 23,000 subscribers. Maybe I am at 23,800 subscribers later. And I had to switch to a brand account. So what happens is when you have a brand account, that allows for people to manage your back end of your YouTube channel. So you can have them look over your analytics at that point. You can have them this is a great place for you to have those managers. In your mind, you may be thinking, there's no way that I'm going to need a YouTube manager at this point, but later on down the road, you will. And what if you end up switching to a brand account at a later date? All the comments that you, not other people, but all the comments you made on every single person, every single one of them disappear. So I actually did this 3 days ago. So all the comments I ever made on everybody else's channel and every response to a comment has now gone.
That's crazy. I never knew that before.
Yeah.
That's very odd that they would do that.
I know.
That's unfortunate. Wow.
Because what happens is that your old personal account disappears and it merges into the new account. So it's like that avatar doesn't exist anymore. This is the new person. Even though all your views cross over, all the comments that other people made are still there.
Okay, that's good. That's important.
Yeah. So I was like, it was a hard pill for me to swallow because I've made hundreds and hundreds and thousands of comments on everybody's comments, threads that have been long, that I've had discussions. They're now gone, disappeared. But I had to do it because, I have this YouTube manager that I need to be able to look at my numbers on a regular basis so we can strategize and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I did that as well. I changed it to the brand account a while ago. I didn't really know why I was doing it. I just did it just to see what happens, I guess. But I guess I'm kind of glad that I did. And yeah, now I could add managers to my account. If I wanted my video editor to be able to upload videos or edit my thumbnails or something like that, if I had a video editor, that they could log in and do that without me having to give away my Google login and password.
Correct.
That's a scary thing. That way I don't have to worry about them taking my money or anything, mess around with it or anything like that, or deleting your channel. They just kind of go in there and make those edits to it. So Jamie Phillips says, always love watching you guys give away what a bunch of folks charge for. 2020 is my YouTube year.
Well, of course. And you know what? You know why? I'm going to tell you a little thing. I tell everybody everything all the time because when I started, and I don't know when how long ago you started, but when I started on YouTube, there was only a handful of real estate agents on the platform, and not one of them would help me. Not one. Not one. I reached out to so many, asking them email me, and I'd email them and they'll be like, I'll get back to you. Never heard from them again. I asked for collaborations. I asked for everything, and not one person would help me. And I vowed I would never do that. And everything that I ever learned that I felt was beneficial, I was going to spill the beans because it shouldn't be a secret. I think everybody should be successful. And I always and this is one of the things that I think is hard for real estate agents to understand when it comes to making videos and doing YouTube is that it's not a competition. It's actually a place of collaboration. And the more you collaborate with other people, the more successful your channel will be. You can't look at somebody and say, well, I'm going to beat their numbers. No, you want to collaborate with them so that way both of you guys can lift each other up. It's so twisted how your mind works. But if you work at a good place and come from a good place, you're going to do a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. For the most, part, like we're not competition. Most of us are not competition at all. And even let's say we were in the same market center, you're gonna get different people attracted to different types of videos. My mom's a real estate agent as well. She's in her 60s. It's not a coincidence that most of her clients are older women. I'm kind of a younger guy. I was in the Air Force for a long time. It's not a coincidence. A lot of my clients are younger couples and are in the military. So even if we had same channels in the same city, it's not necessarily a competition. And you and I have been talking for maybe 2 years now.
I reached out to you.
Yeah. I think you called me out of the blue about 2 years ago.
I do. I call all sorts of agents whenever they're on YouTube. I would call them and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
What's working for you? What's not working for you?
Yeah, and it wasn't about like trying to pick their brain and steal their ideas or anything like that. It was genuinely like, who's interested in this? Who wants to talk YouTube as much as I like it? And
I like just having conversations with people, and every now and then you have a conversation and just some little nugget will come out of that. Some golden nugget will come out of that, and you get a lot of value. Whenever I teach classes about this stuff, I always tell people, look, if you get one really great idea out of this, hour-long presentation, like it's worth it. It only takes one really good thing that you implement it, and it can have really big results in your business and your YouTube channel.
Well, anytime I pay for a conference or anything like that, I'm like, all right, if I pay for a conference, if I get 5 good things, then it was a good conference.
Right. Yeah.
If I pay for a class, if I get at least 2 good things out of that class, then I'm like, yay. But a lot of times, sometimes, a lot of times when you take these classes, you might have heard that same information 3 other times, but it took that 3rd time to hear it from somebody else. And they could have said it exactly the same way as the other 2 people did. But at that 3rd time, it's sunk in. You're like, oh, that's okay. Now I get it,
Yeah, absolutely. That's very true. We see that with our clients all the time. We tell them, hey, your home's overpriced. And then they need a second agent to tell them, hey, your home's overpriced. And it's not until that 3rd agent tells them, hey, your home's overpriced, that they finally listen. Like, oh, wow, maybe there's something to this. And they finally lower the price of their home. We see that all the time. It's just human nature. Sometimes we need to hear things multiple times before we finally take action on it.
I want to share some real estate gossip, and I want to know if what people think in the comments section, because this has flown by my YouTube channel, and I've gotten some messages on Facebook about it. So I don't know if you guys, a lot of people know who Grant Cardone is, and he put out a live stream. It seemed like he was joking, and I'm not 100% sure, but it seems that Mr. Cardone is having financial problems. He said it lightheartedly, like he's going into bankruptcy. He's selling the condo. He's selling the jet. He's selling everything. It felt like a joke to me. But all these other, I don't know if he's doing this to kind of stir up controversy, get people talking about him. But all these videos have come out afterwards. Is Grant Cardone going bankrupt? Did he lose everything? Is he going to lose the jet and all this other stuff? But but after that, I got kind of in a little web hole of how
This guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. He's from Louisiana, believe it or not.
Yeah. I think I've heard that.
Yeah. He one of his books, though, I mean, one of his books was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Just basically like it was a good motivational book, kind of like kick you in your butt and like shut up and grow up, And I kind of like those books,
Was it 10X? I know that was one of his books. And I kind of like that one too. And it's just about having bigger goals.
Yeah. Don't think small, and like I read his book and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I went on my merry way. And it wasn't until I took this recent course that was like, you need to have big goals. And I was like, oh, I could do more with this. That was the part that clicked. I had already read his book, but it wasn't until I took something else that made it click. So
So what
That's
were you
just
saying about him and going? He's saying that he's going to go bankrupt.
he had said in a live stream, and like I said, it seemed very, very sarcastic. He had given himself a pretty crummy haircut, and then he goes on to saying, this is a really sad story of why this haircut looks so bad, but it's true. Everything they're saying about me, I'm going bankrupt. And it had come out weeks prior that he had let go a bunch of employees at his job, but they couldn't talk about it because of the fact that they have a non-compete,
Right.
non-disclosure clause. And so, so it's think small horn.
I like that.
So, yeah, so like I guess he was like addressing all of that, but doing it in a sarcastic way, I guess, get more people to talk about him. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it there might be something to it, because I mean there's a lot of people that, like myself, that collect rent in order to earn income from other properties. If people aren't paying their rent, well, guess what? That kind of affects your income. So there might be a little bit of truth to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely likes to hype things up and get publicity. Like, how many bloggers are probably reporting about him right now? How many YouTubers are reporting about him right
So many
now?
YouTube channels.
Articles and everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he likes doing that just to get attention. He's was it the Ringling Brothers or one of the circus people said that, all publicity is good publicity, good
Yeah.
or bad. And he definitely is on that side. Now, I will say I actually do follow his YouTube channel, and
Oh,
I disagree with him on a lot of things. He tells people that they should sell their house and just go rent instead.
he
He's
tells them to
constantly preaching that.
he tells them to sell their house, their single family dwelling, give him money, so because we can never figure out how he does the investing, and that then he will give them at least 10% at
Right, right.
minimum. Sometimes he says 20. Like he kind of dials back and dials up the number back and forth. He's a salesman. I mean, that's all there is to it. And
I like watching his channel just because whoever he has doing his thumbnails, a lot of them are pretty good.
yeah.
He has some pretty good thumbnails sometimes. And then also he also has titles that I think are pretty good that really make you want to click as well. So some of these are not that great. They're pretty boring thumbnails, but like that's a life without insecurities.
Mhm.
So I don't like that he repeats his title in his thumbnails. Again, I did notice that before that he
Mhm.
does that. But
But
some of these do look pretty sharp.
yeah.
I like that. So all that means is whoever he hired to do his thumbnails, they're
Yeah,
not
I
bad.
can't imagine him sitting there in front of Photoshop and playing with tweaking thumbnails, 3 or
Right.
4
Yeah.
times a day, like, and I just can't see that.
I mean, a lot of them kind of remind me of Gary V's thumbnails as well.
Well, and then there's nothing wrong with being inspired, and oh, that's one thing I wanna talk about. All right, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by another thumbnail and using that template for your own.
Mhm.
There's something definitely and inherently wrong with actually ripping off and completely stealing somebody's
Uh-oh.
thumbnail idea for the exact same product that
Nobody would really do that, would they?
oh, all right, Mr. Malcolm
D
Lawson, go to Christina Smallhorn, your real
Alright.
estate whisperer, and let's just look up the thumbnail that I had done. Not only had I done for this particular video, I done at least 10 different versions, which took me a whole entire day. Let's scroll over to the folding house video. See the Insta house video with 347,000 views. This house right here.
Yep, Insta House, it folds. Build a house in 2 hours, foldable modular homes.
Now that is one of 10 different thumbnails, which I mean, and it seems very simple. I realize
Mhm.
that, but I'm telling you, it was hours of work, adding little people in the store. Everything is detailed oriented. So now go to cool gadgets and stuff.
Alright, let's check out cool gadgets and stuff.
Uh-huh.
What's interesting with me with that one is that, it's like a new channel. He only just started that as well.
Well, it's an old new channel. He took down his old
Oh, is that what it
video,
was?
yeah. So now let's look at his thumbnail. That is a direct rip off of my thumbnail.
Right.
100%. There's no difference whatsoever. He just,
Yeah.
I mean, and like he just took off the detail work, like all the detail work that I put into mine with the skies and the wheels and the arrows and the adding the people and making it more, detail oriented. He just took pictures and threw in there, but he stole 100% stole it.
Yeah. Do you ever listen to Daryl Eve's podcast, Creative Disruptors?
I've listened to it. Yes.
Yeah, so I really enjoy that. And he had somebody on there who has something like 7 million view subscribers, and
Mhm.
the kid was talking about how he'll make a video and then he'll see other people with almost the exact same concept for the thumbnail, the same concept for the title, and almost the exact same video as well. And they're just blatantly ripping them off and recreating it on their channels. And unfortunately, it still kind of works. They still do get a lot of views that way. So I think it's not an uncommon thing on YouTube, unfortunately. But yeah, you're absolutely right. No, they must have saw your channel, your video.
Oh, they admitted it. So,
Oh,
so I put it.
uh-oh.
I
Oh,
couldn't help
geez.
myself. So I put in the comment section, nice thumbnail. It looks exactly like mine. What a cool concept, and then I had people remark on it. Well, I took the comment down because it created
Oh,
a group of people that are friends of mine to also comment as well, because they were like, this is ridiculous. So one of the people that commented in there actually got an email from that guy, the cool gadgets and stuff guy, and said, hey, I don't want any bad blood between us and everything. He explains the whole thing, and that, yes, he was inspired by my thumbnail, but it, wasn't, it isn't that big of a deal. It wasn't like it was shockingly amazing. So, it's not like a new concept to have a side-by-side image, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, I just don't want any bad blood between us, and so he makes this long email to my friend. And then he writes back to him, nice story. Why don't you call Christina and tell her it? No, amazingly enough, I never got an email or a phone call talking about it. Cause no, I have other variations of that thumbnail. And I'm like, I was thinking about changing my thumbnail, and I'm like, no, wait a minute. Why should I have to change my thumbnail? No,
yeah.
I'm not changing my thumbnail because I made it. He's the one that ripped it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's frustrating. I mean, flattery, or no, imitation is the best form of flattery,
Right.
I think is the saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, he definitely ripped it off. He definitely saw your thumbnail beforehand. He's like, "Wow,
He
that's a
admitted
great
it.
thumbnail." Yeah.
He totally admitted it. And good, whatever, and I can, and then it is possible for me to flag the video for the thumbnail. I
Oh,
can do
really? I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah, because it's copyright. It's 100%
Mhm.
because he stole it.
Oh.
It's obvious. And then there's many cases of doing this. I could technically do that. That is such a waste of energy. I just know that he's just not a good person, and I'll never do anything with him because he's a thief,
Yeah.
good on him, like if that's what he has to do to get views and not be original and, be creative in his own mind, have at it,
Do you think this company, do you think they're giving him, or they incentivized him to make a video about
Everybody
this?
is. Everybody is. So if you look at the description, after I did my video, they decided to do like it's kind of like
Affiliate program?
affiliate program. So I already had gotten 200,000 views before I got the affiliate link, but I have an affiliate link now. It's in the description and in the comment section.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, they even reached out to me as well,
Mhm.
the Boxable people.
I told them to. I gave them
Yeah,
your
okay.
email address. I told them to.
So let
And
me
see,
ask you.
and that goes exactly what I was saying. It's not competition. You're my
Right.
friend. I wanted you to have the opportunity to have a video that would most likely would do very well. Here's my friend Malcolm that makes very good videos. Why don't you ask him? I gave him your email address.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you potentially have the opportunity to make up to $100,000
Mhm.
just from that one video through
Yes,
referrals to that website, which
correct.
is freaking wild. What are they paying? Was it like 10% or 5% or something like that?
Mhm.
on these giant, super expensive houses, and they're going to give you a referral link. And that's wild. You've created your own little business model here,
Mhm.
around real estate and making these videos. So I've been doing a little bit of research into kind of real estate videos. I've only just kind of dabbled, but one thing I have noticed is that videos without the narrator being present in the video, without the talking head, and just nothing but B-roll and then a voiceover, seem to do really, really well on YouTube. There's a lot of channels that's all they do is just B-roll with the narration. And I've been considering kind of moving more in that direction. I feel a little weird about doing a 100% B-roll video, but on one of my other channels, I just uploaded a video, and it's going to be like 60% of it is just B-roll, just footage of equipment and gear and camping supplies instead of just images of myself. What?
How many times have I told you? Like, how many times have I said people want to just look at the house? Like,
Yeah,
and so, like, the one that's why I always liked doing the tiny home one, because I'd use a lot of B-roll in the tiny home video where I would just kind of add the music and add some, something about tiny homes, some kind of fact about tiny homes. I put that as at the bottom, but people could still see the house. I had a lot of those, like, almost like dead spaces of just showing that kind of stuff. It was, I don't know which one it was, but it was the one about tiny homes is the one I did, but they really wanna look at the house.
yeah, and I think you're right about that. And
Mhm,
I've started thinking about that a lot more. And I think I'm gonna, most of my videos is probably like 75% me and like 25% B-roll, but I
mhm,
may increase that to try to be more like 75% B-roll, 25% me. And
mhm,
I've never done a video where it's 100% just B-roll, but I
mhm.
may try that out and just see how well that performs. Like, I don't have a big ego. I don't need to be on the screen. If that's what the viewers are telling us that they like is just videos, I'm kinda okay with that.
Well, this one, there was a good portion of, seeing us actually talking, but I
Yeah,
tried to add as much B-roll as possible to make the interview as interesting as possible, because it was just a Zoom call. I mean, I couldn't go out to, because they're in Las Vegas. I couldn't go out to Las Vegas and see their plant and everything. So, but I wanted them to talk about the product. To hear it from them is a heck of a lot more credible than hearing it from me. And
right, 100%. I think this is a fantastic example of how to, do a Zoom call and optimize it for YouTube. If you
mhm,
if you literally just recorded the Zoom call on your screen and then uploaded that, this thing
mhm,
would've gotten, like, 12 views. That's
mhm,
it, all this extra stuff that you do to it is really why this one's up to 300,000, 350,000 in just a month.
mhm.
And, this video and a few of your other ones, I mean, they may reach 1,000,000 views.
I have one that's this close to 1,000,000 views. Like, I think there's like 60,000 views left, and it will be at 1,000,000. That's the one,
Oh, look at that.
yeah.
941,000 views in
Yeah,
4 months. That's fantastic. So let's see, how
I
much B-roll do you use in this one?
but you see at the house in the background?
Oh, I like this little graphic you have there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're at least in front of the house.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wow, almost 1,000,000 views in 4 months. That's wild. I
I
have
can't believe it.
I have one video on my outdoor channel that I think it'll hit 1,000,000 views eventually. It's not quite there
It
yet.
might maybe in 4 months.
Yeah, maybe in 4 months, of its lifespan. Let
Mhm.
me see where it's at right now.
You're knocking this channel out of the park, by the way. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. This one's really, picking up 852,000 views, and I uploaded it in the beginning of April.
You're gonna beat me to the 1,000,000, I bet.
I don't know. So, this one, it's kinda interesting looking at my analytics because I obviously had a huge spike in views, and now it's dying back down, which is, that's normal what I'm expecting.
Mhm.
And I guess all I can really hope for is that the new baseline that it creates, that my daily views, like I used to get about 3 to 4,000 views a day.
Mm.
So I'm hoping that kind of my new baseline may be like 10,000 views a
Yeah,
day once this
22,000.
kind of settles down.
Uh-huh.
And then what I really need is I need another video for this channel to really make it pop and really get to that next, like we've talked about this before, how growth on YouTube is almost like steps going up a stairs.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
have
because
one video that does really well, and then that sets a new, low tide for your channel, and then the next one raises it up higher and higher.
very rarely do you see a channel that goes like this. You see the Malcolm's graph where it goes up and then it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes down. I mean, it takes time before you really start seeing it where it's just, straight up. So
Mhm.
it's okay if you see it. It doesn't mean that oh, you had a big spike and it's never going to be seen again. That's not the case. If he continues to make content that relates to his audience, he's always going to have these spikes that go up and down, up and down. And that creates that staircase up, you know? And then
Yeah,
your baseline goes up. So
yeah,
never get afraid of a spike and never to be seen again. It's very possible. It's a
yeah,
good thing, actually.
abs and you're gaining subscribers, and I'm really hoping to get this to 100,000 just to get that damn silver play button. That's that's all I've wanted for 6 years now.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I'm hanging up on my wall right here. I made a post on Facebook not that long ago that I need something to put in this wall to kind of balance out my studio, and that's going to be where I put my silver play button is right up there.
You should make like like almost like a poster board. Just put it there not for your videos, but just like for live streaming and stuff. It'd be like
Right.
future play button and just have it there,
Make one out of tinfoil.
Yeah.
I got my tinfoil play button. Woo!
They should have
Yeah.
one made out of crayons. Because honestly, I mean, I don't know about you, but 10,000 subscribers to me is a lot.
Mhm.
Like, when I hit 5,000, I was like, "Yay." And when I got to, 6,000, but for some reason, when that 10,000 number hit me, I was like, "Oh, I'm a real YouTuber now." That was like, that was a big number to me. And I guess because I did it the right way, and I worked really hard. It wasn't fake bot
Right.
views
Yeah,
or
you actually earn those subscribers. You
right.
know, I mean, you can get a real estate channel up to 1,000 subscribers easily enough by just throwing some money at it and doing a lot of these sub for sub groups, but that would actually hurt your channel in the long
Yeah.
run. Having a bunch of fake, subscribers that are not gonna actually engage with your content is gonna hurt the performance of your videos, not help it.
And I've also
So,
heard that
yeah,
people
what's interesting is Daryl.
they'll buy
Yeah,
an old channel. They'll buy a channel that already has 10,000 subscribers. They'll wipe out that content that was in there, and then they'll start uploading their videos because that vanity number means so much to them to have that subscriber count. But it does nothing for your channel because if they subscribe, the people that had subscribed, those 10,000 people subscribe to top 10 lists of celebrities, and then you're starting to put up real estate videos, those 10,000 people could care less about your videos about real estate. They're there for the top 10 celebrities that they got in the first place. So you can't do that bait and switch. And by the way, if you ever ask us to review a channel that has that, Malcolm and I know immediately that's what you did. Immediately.
right, yeah, if you got, 1,000 subscribers and your average view count on your videos is like 20, something's not adding up there.
Yeah. Yeah. But I've had, the thing is like you can look at my channel right now. I just put out a video, which I thought was going to do very well. And I think it has like 500 views right now.
Mhm.
And it really, that content goes with my channel. So I'm shocked that it didn't do well, but
Yeah,
YouTube's been kind of flaky since this whole, you know,
right.
the whole nonsense that we got
Yeah,
going
I
on.
mean, even you and I, we've got millions of views, but we still, we have flops from time to time.
Everybody
We just kinda do our best, at kinda predicting what would do well, but sometimes there's something small about that video is just not resonating with people. It could be your presentation or your pacing or the thumbnail and the title just don't quite resonate as much as you think. And all big creators have that. They put out content, they always have these flops, just like they always have these, ones that do incredibly well.
Yeah, I mean, and every time I make a video and I put it out, I can pretty much see hi, Amy.
Bye, Amy.
I can pretty much see pretty quickly if it's resonating with my audience, and if it's not, I will change out that thumbnail and I'll keep changing it out until I feel like something is sticking. It takes that's why I make, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 thumbnails.
Yeah. I've absolutely made 10, 15 thumbnails for a video before, really trying to hone that in. I mean, that is it's just as important as the content.
Mhm.
I'd say that it is as important as the content. You have to look at it as part
It
of that
is the
creative. It
The
is the
people
content.
Yeah, like, people and a lot of people for a long time looked at the thumbnails and the titles as the afterthought. They would film this video, and then they'll be like, "Okay, so what's a good title for it?" No, 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 no. You got it all backwards. You have to think of a title, first, a really good title, and then make a really good video around that title.
Right.
'Cause that way you focus on exactly what you're supposed to be talking about in that title. I mean, it makes more sense.
What I love that Mr. Beast says is that he comes up with a title and a thumbnail first. He makes the thumbnail, he works on the title, crafts it, and looks at it, and then says, "All right, would people click on this?" And if he determines that they really wouldn't click on it, then he doesn't make the video. Like
Mhm.
if he can't come up with a good title and a thumbnail, then he just doesn't make the video, no matter how much you want it to, because people are just not going to be able to get it just from looking at a still frame and a 55 character title.
Mhm.
So we got a question here from Ray Allen from the Bearded Men of Real Estate podcast and moderator of RETV.
I like them. He's always like definitely has that radio voice when he's talking. He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh
"Hello,
man,
blah, 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 blah." I like when he talks.
he's got a voice made for podcasts. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
he
It's
needs
very, very calming.
yes, he needs to read bedtime stories on YouTube. ASMR with Ray Allen.
My son watches that. He watches these videos of people reading books, and he just sits there and watches these crappy videos of people holding cell phones reading books.
Oh, okay, Ray Allen, this is your deal. You need to
Yeah, Ray,
learn.
boom, right there. That's your niche right there, buddy.
Well, just as a side project, side hustle, you could just read 1 children's book a day, sit in the middle of your new studio that you just created, and be like, "This is story time with Ray Allen."
Just add us as the managers of your YouTube channel.
I'll help you with the thumbnails. Get
Make it a branded account. All
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
Ray says YouTube is on my list this year. Fantastic. Yeah, this is going to be the year for YouTube.
Mhm,
The floodgates are really opening up to the real estate industry of the power of YouTube in 2020. A lot of people coming into the space. Is there a volume of content that is too much or too little? Great. So it's really talking about, what's the pace? What's the cadence? Once a week, twice a week, once a month? What do you think about that?
Okay, so there was a time on YouTube that in order to get your channel, like, hustling, you had to put out a video a day, and there were creators that were burning their butt to get a video out a day, like, and there is a real estate agent that is out there that puts out probably 5 to 6 videos a week just to, keep up.
Probably a bunch of them. Yeah.
I have more video views and subscribers than they do. I think this is me, just, and I'm being completely honest. You put out good quality content, you do as much as you can in a week. If that means that you only do 3 really good videos instead of 6 half-assed videos, then do 3 really good videos. That's it. Like, don't try to stress yourself out and be like, I have to do 5. And then, 3 out of the 5 are garbage videos, and only 2 of them you'd really put your heart into.
Yeah.
Only put those 2 out that are really good.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we're really talking about content quality versus, wait, no, we're not.
We're
What
talking
are we?
about quantity over quality.
Yes, yes, that's
Mhm,
quantity over quality. So on Facebook and Instagram, I'm all about the quantity. You want to put out a lot of content. And that's
mhm.
because on Facebook, your videos last 3, 4, 5 days at most, and then they're
3,
dead forever.
3.
YouTube, you have the potential to get your videos to get views for years and years and years to come. And because of that, I lean more towards the quality side. I'd rather see you make 1 high quality video a week rather than making 3 poor, medium, or low quality videos where you're just kind of throwing them up there. That
Mhm.
that type YouTube has something like 500 hours, 500 minutes of videos uploaded like every minute, or it's okay. I don't
I
even know.
bet I bet that's doubled since then because, like, my last video, in order to upload it, which it was only, like, 8 and a half minutes or something like that. Normally, I could have gotten that done, uploaded in less than, like, 15 minutes. It took 6 and a half hours. And then once it got in there, it goes through that processing phase. That was another 3 hours just for it to process.
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh my gosh, a video I had done way ahead of time should have been uploaded with no problem." I just think that there's so many people uploading right now,
Yeah,
uploading.
there's billions of hours worth of videos uploaded to YouTube all the time, and because of that, quality is what's gonna set you apart. So,
Mhm,
for as far as a cadence of how long to upload, I'd say, try to do it once a week, but don't be too rigid with that. If you're trying to really work on a great video and it takes you 2 weeks, and in my opinion, that's okay. That video that we showed of, Christina's that's almost at 1,000,000 views, if she was doing one video, if she's doing like 3 videos a week, do you think that she would have had time to do such a high production video and do all these different shots and do all this editing? Probably not. If she was sticking to one video, let's say 3 videos a week, all she would have had time to do was like upload the Zoom call and do some basic editing to it.
mhm.
So I wouldn't pigeonhole yourself or restrain yourself too much with saying I have to do it 2 times, 3 times a week. But in general, what I shoot for, try to do it once a week at a minimum. But honestly, also if you can do more than that, if you can do more than that, do it. So yeah, I know that's kind of a non-answer there, but
No, there is the answer.
just focus on quality and do as
Make
much as
the
you
best
can.
right, make the best videos you can for your audience, period. That's it. If you can only do one good, awesome video that you're super proud of a week, then only do one video that you're super proud of a week. That's all I can physically do. I don't know why my brain can't. I tried to do it during this whole, you know, lockdown stuff. I couldn't do it. I'd rather focus on making one really good video that I'm proud of.
Let me show you the best video that gets me the most closed transactions for me. That's this video I did right here about PCSing to Andrews Air Force Base a little over almost 2 years ago now.
Mhm.
And I spent a lot of time on this video. I did a lot of research on this video, and I spent a lot of time writing the script and editing it. And it's 11-minute video all about this military base and what somebody should know before they get assigned at this base and all the different resources and things to do in the area, best places to live. I put a lot of time into this video, and I've closed, I don't know how many, I may have closed 10 transactions that I've generated off of this one video. This is, and it ranks #1 for Andrews Air Force Base when you search that on YouTube. And if I was saying, well, I have to upload every single week or every 3 days, I wouldn't have been able to make a high quality video like that. And frankly, I get tired of making videos that don't get a lot of views. I don't want to make a video. It's not even worth it to put a video up that's not going to get a lot of views.
So I just like this just hit me as I was watching your video and we've been talking about this. Why don't we do a video where we just do voiceover? Like, why don't we challenge ourselves to do that? Because we're so used to trying to do it a certain way. This would be so out of our box.
High five. We're doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's just see what happens and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Let's do that. We'll each do one of those and see how it performs. And that could just be one of those pillars or one of those buckets of types of content on our channel. You
Yeah,
know,
just to try it, just to see, because I've had this idea, for a video to do different types of architecture here in Louisiana, and it's like we have all sorts of kinds of architecture, but when I go to talk into to have myself talk about it, I end up getting tongue tied. It'd be much easier just to voice over it.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe
And
I'll do that.
yeah, on my videos, a lot of times I'll write a script and then I'll memorize a line and then I'll look at the camera and repeat that line. And it takes me forever to do it that way. And sometimes I do the same line 4 or 5 times. But if I could literally just stare at a screen and just do a voiceover into my little mic like this, that would make, man, you could really knock out some content doing that way.
Yeah, the one thing I kept messing up in my last video, I kept saying traditional zones and I said transition zones, and it was like, for some reason, transition zones, like, it was I kept saying it backwards, and
Mhm.
so I got down to the editing part of it, and I'm like, "I still said it wrong." So there I am, where I took the thing and I went into my phone and I said it correctly, and then I put that in the thing, so
Oh,
if you listen really carefully, you can tell that it's 2 different audios.
So I do like that. I've had things where I've said the wrong word or slipped up or something, or I want to take a word out, and yeah, I'll edit that down, or I'll record myself saying that word, go back and edit it into that sentence, and then I'll hide that cut using some B-roll. So I'll play some
Yeah.
B-roll over it so you can't tell that I'm cutting, and it kind of works sometimes if you kind of keep on going.
Well, you don't you to you it's glaringly obvious, but to everybody else it isn't. Like only the people that know can hear it, but everybody else is just watching a video.
They just kind of keep on going,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't hear it.
So Abraham Walker says, I'm doing 5 videos a week.
Is it 5 quality videos though? That's
Yeah.
the whole thing is are people watching it? If you have 5 or you're doing 5 videos a week and you're only getting, let's just say 5 views, then that's not quality videos. You're just spinning your wheels. You're spending a lot of time on something that nobody's watching.
Yeah. So I mean that's that you're focusing more on quantity rather than on quality, I'm assuming. And yeah, that's if it works, try it out. If it works for you, great. I that strategy works on Facebook, it works on Instagram, these other platforms, Snapchat, maybe TikTok.
Yeah,
But
probably could work on TikTok.
yeah, and
Probably.
if you're uploading to all these different platforms, that's fine, and you can upload those to YouTube as well. My assumption would be that they're probably not going to get much traction on YouTube, just from every now and then you may have one take off, but generally you need to focus on the quality of the content. Now there are ways that you can get good quality content, and make videos pretty quickly. I mean, like we were just saying, if we switched over to doing just a voiceover video, that could still be a really high quality video, and it would take us a lot less time. I think having a YouTube studio set up like this as well. I always have my softbox and my camera and my background set up. I can just sit in here and just knock out a video,
Too.
and that cuts down on my time because I don't have to set up a studio every single time I want to film a video.
A lot of people do them in their car, but please don't do them while you're driving. It's like, I know you probably think that's the safest thing, but if you are driving, please don't record a video. It's so silly to me. You're not that important and that busy that you can't make a video and stop the car. Go ahead and make it in your car. I don't care, but don't be driving. It's just dumb.
Yeah, so Abraham, I would suggest try an experiment. We're gonna try an experiment. We're gonna try doing a completely voiceover video, see how that resonates. If you're doing 5 videos a week right now, try cutting that down to 2 videos, but spend the same amount of time and try to increase the quality of your videos, and that's the content quality as well as the production quality. So
Mhm.
spend more time maybe researching and maybe speaking the lines multiple times until you get it right. Maybe spend more time editing in some B-roll,
Mhm.
and do 2 videos a week instead of 5, and just see if those perform better on YouTube. You may have
Right.
to give them a month, a couple of weeks, a month or so on YouTube to really see if they're performing better. But
Mhm.
my assumption is that they would perform better. Spend more time on your thumbnails as well. I
Right.
would rather see you do one less video a week and instead spend that 2 hours making better thumbnails for your videos on
Mhm.
YouTube. That's really, really important.
Right. I mean, like I said, there's somebody that started before on YouTube earlier than I had. They're pretty much doing the same kind of content I'm doing. But they put out 6 videos a week. I mean, like I'm telling you, they crank it out. A lot of videos. And it is like I've doubled I have triple the amount of video views than he does. I have triple the amount of, well, not triple, but now I've almost double the amount of subscribers he has. And he's like really cranking them out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, somebody like Philip DeFranco, he puts out daily content, but he
Mhm.
has an entire team
Oh, yeah.
around him to help him do that. Yeah, I mean, that's another way you can get leverage. If you paid somebody to edit your videos and paid somebody to do your thumbnails for you, and then you spent the same amount of time, but you spent that time scripting, creating a script and coming up with ideas for your videos and then filming them and then leveraged everything else out, you could put out 5 videos and the quality could be higher. I mean, I look at it on a scale of 1 to 10. What's the quality of the video? And they
Mhm.
don't all need to be 10 out of 10, but you really need to be like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for them to do well on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Abraham says challenge accepted. Excellent, man. I look forward to seeing what you make.
Good.
So we have another question here. Nicole says, "Have you seen a sweet spot when it comes to video length when it comes to YouTube?" Great question.
So my channel personally is between 8 to 14 minutes.
Ooh. And
So,
how you have you measured that somehow, or is that just
well, I look at my
spitballing?
top no, I look at my top performing videos, and they're between 8 to 14 minutes. That's how I figured that out.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now and take a look at my top performing videos and see how long they are. I think that one of the things that YouTube really looks at is watch time, how
Mhm,
long you're actually keeping somebody on the platform for. And my understanding is if there's a video that is a 3-minute long video, and then there's a video that's a 10-minute long video, and the 10-minute long video keeps them watching videos for longer. If everything else is the same, my understanding is that they prefer the longer video. So you'll notice that all the creators have been creating much longer videos recently in the last couple of years.
because they're trying
Um,
to take over TV. YouTube is trying to take over TV, so they know people want to sit there and watch videos.
yeah, they are. You notice all smart TVs now have YouTube on
Mm,
there, and that's a growing platform. And they now have YouTube Premium, where they're putting out TV-like content on
mhm.
YouTube as well. So yeah, they're definitely trying to compete with TV. And you look at people like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast. PewDiePie puts out 20 to 30-minute long videos. Mr. Beast puts out, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes.
I don't even know. I've never even seen.
And you can even see this in your analytics when you look at videos watch time right here. They track how much accumulated time your videos are. So because of that, yeah, you want to create longer videos. Okay, so that's not where I want to be, huh? So I just go to my videos
His are
and
like, I see like, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes, 18 minutes, 20 minutes, 13 minutes, 13 minutes, 15 minutes.
is
But
that Mr. Beast?
yeah, but I do wanna clarify this too. If your video has really good quality content for 7 minutes, and then you're like, "Oh, but I need to make it 8 minutes," so you put a minute of fluff in there, don't do that. I mean,
Right.
that's just don't do that. Just make sure that the minutes that you have, that you edited out, sometimes it's not gonna make it to 8 minutes, but if those 7.5 minutes are awesome and engaging minutes, let it be that amount of time. Don't try to fill it in just to make it the 8, 9 minute, mark.
Yeah, it looks like my videos are actually kind of all over the place. So 6 minutes, about 5 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, generally, I do try to make longer content if I can, as long as you can still have good content. Yeah, like Christina says, don't try to just put fluff in there. But if you could have like a concept and then you're like, you know what, I can add like another section to this script or another topic I can talk to that's very relatable,
Mhm.
add that in there. Don't be afraid of that longer content. Another thing that I've heard is that if you're on, let's say, a cell phone, YouTube is going to probably show you slightly shorter content than if you're on a computer. And if you're on a TV, if you do a search, they're going to show you longer content on a TV.
I've never heard
Um, no, I've heard that
that.
that
Mhm.
the algorithm is a slightly different depending on what device you're viewing it from.
Makes sense, but I never heard it. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll ask Daryl that if that's true or not. There's a lot of hearsay out there about
Yeah,
YouTube.
I know. Everybody has an opinion.
But because of that, I stopped obsessing about making a 10-minute long video, and I'm kinda okay with every now and then making a 5-minute long video, but more generally,
Yeah,
yeah, if you can make longer content, don't be afraid of longer content, and I'll say shorter content, like minute-long video content, generally doesn't do very well on YouTube.
nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
so I shoot for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, so Abraham Walker, do you think a daily show like Wine Library TV could still do well in today's world? There's a lot of daily vloggers. Yeah, there's tons of daily vloggers. But I mean, Casey Neistat, but he puts out high quality stuff. And a lot of them get burnt out very quickly. Even Casey Neistat got burnt out from doing daily vlogs, and he had to pump the brakes on doing that.
Mhm.
It's not so much about the frequency; it's more about the quality. And
Right.
if you have a whole team behind you, like Philip DeFranco, you could put out high quality content every single day. But if
You
you're a
have
one man team,
interesting. You have
yeah,
like, are you that interesting? You have to like, it's sometimes, and for a lot of real estate agents, this is a hard pill to swallow. But really, a lot of people don't care what we do. They wanna know what you can do for them. I mean, and so if you're just rambling on every single day about real estate, no one's gonna care. And what like what you're doing in real estate, no one's gonna care. You have to give them some kind of value to each and every video. They have to know what's in it for them as a viewer. So, you just really have to put them first. It's not about your ego, it's about theirs. Build them up.
Yeah, you have to just provide value. I think somebody shared a post in the viral video group not that long ago, and it was about value marketing instead of content marketing. And
Mhm.
it kind of ties into what you're saying. You have to provide that value to them.
Mhm.
Good morning, Bern. Hey, Bern, how are you? Bern's
Or
got a fantastic YouTube channel. I'm very impressed with what he's doing over there.
there's a
Hey,
lot of people that have some really good channels. Like,
yeah, a
they have
lot
to
of people.
all they have to do is, like, up their titles. Like, some people have, like, the whole package, but their titles are off.
I've
Or
seen.
they have everything, but the thumbnails are off, like and then you watch the videos and you're like, "This is really good. This is really good information. It was filmed great." They just gotta, add those what Daryl always says, "Small tweaks for big peaks." That's what he
Oh, I like that.
says, "Small tweaks for big peaks."
Yeah, I mean, people have to understand that the title and the thumbnail is part of your content. It's just part of it. It's like my hand and my arm is part of my body. It's part of your content.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there's a lot. I've seen a lot of people with really fantastic videos, and they never get any traction because they have like a random screenshot as the thumbnail, or just they have a home buying tips as the title, something kind of silly like that.
Or
Nobody wants to click on that.
um, "Watch this."
Why?
Why do I wanna watch this?
Yeah, I mean, for my titles, a lot of times I'll type out 10 different variations. I'll just force myself to do that just
Uh,
to get the creative juices flowing.
oh, yeah, and a lot of people will text me. There's, like, every Monday, my phone blows up with other real estate agents talking to me about what they should do for their thumbnails and their titles. And we'll shoot ideas back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, "What did you have as a title?" Well, and then we'll go back and forth until we settle on one, and we probably go through about 15 different titles before we settle on one.
Yeah, it's a good exercise just to come up with multiple titles, just to get those creative juices flowing. I almost always end up with a better title in the end when I do that exercise, and I just force myself to come up with some titles.
Yeah. And the more people you can have do that are not in the real estate business, the better off you are, because you have to remember those are the people that you wanna watch. Mhm.
Why do I feel like she's talking right at me? Palm Beach Paul. She probably was. Did she wink
That's
at
right.
me too?
Yeah, well, that's because 'cause I'm always scolding you, Paul.
Paul's thumbnails are getting better. I think they're getting a lot better since maybe a year ago or so.
Face towards don't go against the sun is behind you, that means your face is going to be dark. That means
Right.
turn around, Paul, and make it go this way so the sun's on your face.
Mhm.
Not on the side of your face, not behind your head, in front
So
of
we
you.
have another question here. Do you all have assistants who help you produce your videos?
Nope. No, indeed.
Nope, I'm a one-man band. I got
I have control issues.
yeah, I do too. I've got 3 channels I'm uploading to right now, and I tried hiring an editor one time, and I was like, "Ugh, no, I just let me do it. Let me just do it instead, man."
I did it one time for a video, and it was so bad, I refused to pay them. I'm
Oh,
like
wow.
I said, "You can keep all of that. This is horrible. Like, I don't even want anything to do with it." I said, "I will give you 10 minutes for $10 for your time." I mean, I was so angry because it was exactly the opposite of what I asked for. It was like it was opposite of what I asked for. It was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. There are good editors out there. They cost money though. They're not cheap. I've seen people tell real estate agents, "Oh, go hire an editor down in the Philippines to edit your videos and do your thumbnails."
And it
But
looks like someone that doesn't know what they're doing. That look
yeah, like no, man, don't do that. If you're gonna hire somebody who knows what they're doing. Um, your audience retention graph is one of the most important things on that YouTube looks at. How
absolutely.
people are watching your video, when they abandon your video, and so much of that comes down to your pacing and the amount of B-roll and the editing and the graphics and everything. And if you're paying somebody $5, $10 to edit your video, like you're not going to get a very good quality video. Your quality is going to go down. Same thing with your thumbnails. Like there's some terrible thumbnails out there that people are paying somebody to make for them, but
Mhm.
spend some time, make multiple variations. If you want a video that gets 1 million views, that's our goal, then you really need to kind of hone that in.
I will say that, if you're looking for an editor that is actually into it and will probably go the extra mile, go to the college, put up a sign looking for a video editor. You'll find some kid that wants to make money, and they already know how to use the program, and you'll get a pretty decent editor. I've seen that happen, and then they ended up hiring them full time. They're full.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Brad McCullen, he does those
Oh, yeah, that was
beautiful,
another one. He was
yeah,
another. Mhm.
he does those beautiful, beautiful listing videos. And he had like an 18, 19-year-old kid that he hired essentially as his videographer. And he's trained this kid how to shoot these beautiful shots and how to do some fantastic editing. And he's
He ended up teaching Brad a few things.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what
We
Brad is
love
saying.
Brad on here. Everybody loves Brad.
We're gonna get Brad on here maybe next week. I talked to him this morning.
Okay, good, 'cause I
We're
like.
talking about YouTube and his listing videos.
And
But
they're
yeah,
not
he's got just an
listing videos,
18.
they're movies. That is a cinematic movie experience.
Yeah, I feel like he could get a show on HGTV. I really do. Like, I'm surprised he hasn't. Do they have HGTV in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Love It or
Maybe
List
they don't.
Love It or Listed as a Canadian.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I've reviewed that show before.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Brad's ultimate goal. Like, that's where he belongs. He belongs in HGTV.
He has a personality for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I
level-headed.
I've tried putting myself more in my listing videos like that, and I'm just like, no, I just can't do it. I can't be like, wow, look at this wonderful curtains. And I just it's just not me. I feel very stiff and robotic when I get in my listing videos. But I think if you are going to do a listing video, I think it really does help having somebody in there to kind of show the house like that.
Alright, well, here's the thing. If I'm gonna be in it, I'm gonna be goofy, because that's just who I am. So
Yeah.
whenever I'm in a listing if I'm in the listing video, I'm goofy. I'm gonna make it as goofy as I could possibly make it. But whenever I do the MLS listing videos, it's all voiceover, the whole thing, the whole entire thing. Um, but if there's people in it, it's gonna be funny. That's
Good.
got it.
Yeah, Tim Macy had a video, 5 reasons not to buy this house, and I love that video. That video, it kept my attention the entire time. It
Mhm.
was fun, it was funny, it was great, like, cinematics to it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay to make listing videos fun, absolutely. That's how they're actually gonna get shared, and really, if you wanted to, you can make a boring one of just images of the house and then make your fun one as well.
Yeah, well, it's not boring. I added English actor, English voice
Right.
actor that voiceovers my videos, and since I'm in Louisiana, that's definitely catches your ear because it's not an accent that you would hear typically here in Louisiana, so people were like, "Who's the English guy?" You know?
He's in our group too, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah, yeah. His name is Neil C. And he does all my voiceover work for all the because I do listing videos for other real estate agents because it's fun
Mhm.
for me. It's like a little side hustle I
Are you
like.
still doing that now with this whole, corona
If the house is
going?
vacant.
Yeah.
If the house is vacant, I've done one since the house is vacant.
I got the new, S20, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, and it really does have a great camera on it, and I'm really excited to start playing around with this. I wanna start doing some vlogging with this, and I'm gonna start doing a lot more stuff, with this.
I'll give you some cell phone tips. You wanna
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so do you have Filmic Pro on your phone?
Not yet, no.
Okay, go ahead and download the Filmic Pro app. It costs like think 14.99. And if you like those really smooth, buttery, slow shots, you're going to film them at 120 frames per second.
Okay.
It's going to take up a lot of memory space in your phone, but just, plan out your shots beforehand. Know exactly what you're going to film. Know that the first few seconds of those 120 frames per second shots are going to be fast and then they'll automatically slow down. So you already have a speed ramp going in your phone. So which is really cool looking.
What I love about this phone is that I can get a mini micro SD card, and I could put up to a 1 terabyte micro SD card in this
There you
thing.
go. So just go ahead
Wow.
and do that. Go ahead and do that. And then you know, like that to me is brilliant, you know. Like I do the regular shots. Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Mhm. It's
Yeah, you
it's
know what's funny? I've got I bought Brad McCollum's exact camera setup. For the most part, I got the camera and the lens that he recommended, the gimbal. It cost me like $3,000. But as Brad said, cameras are dumb, right? We have smartphones that automatically do everything for us, but cameras are dumb, and we need to be the smart one for it.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I just sometimes don't feel like committing the brain power to figuring out the aperture and the shutter speed and the ISO and all that stuff when I'm trying to film stuff.
I
And
need to get it done fast, you know,
yeah,
and you know, like uh, around here, the fact that I have a beautiful listing video, nobody cares that it was done with my cell phone. You know, they to them it's perfectly acceptable. Um, and your phone does an amazing job.
is this
So,
it here? Filmic Pro?
yeah, Filmic Pro, that's it.
And is it an editor or is it just for you to film more
Uh,
like clearly and stuff?
I'll show you. Maybe it should look like uh da, da, da. Everybody uses it too.
Okay. I'll definitely check that one out.
Everybody's doing it. Come on. Why don't you know this?
So we're at our hour mark here. Like, let's say we get to some channel evaluations. People
Yeah,
always like those.
it should say Filmic Pro.
Yep, I think that's the one I found.
Because it's not an editor. It's Filmic Pro. It's a
Okay, so it just allows you to like adjust, get
Yeah.
a more professional shot, I guess.
Absolutely. They have lots of features that you would see in a camera in your phone. And like I don't know if you have the wide lens, but I use the wide lens. So it really just gives it a like it makes very tiny rooms look really much bigger and it's nice. I like it. You
I've
can even
got like 5 or 6 lenses in this thing.
Right, it's
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, so you can do those cinematic, you know, with the bars at the top, you can do those cinematic type videos.
mhm.
It's do it. Make it
Do
happen.
it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. You're gonna see a lot more vlogging stuff from me once the end of the world
Yes.
comes to an end.
Can I get some water? I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, get some water. I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna take a look at a few YouTube channels. So if we go into our group, Real Estate YouTube Mastermind, I made a post in there asking people to post their channels if they want a channel review. We're up to 43. So I got to see where we're at. We've been slowly knocking out this list. So let me see. I don't think we've done Erica Wolf yet. I think this one. Oh, we did this one. Yep. These guys. Yeah, let's check out Erica Wolf. Oh. All right, we're gonna check out her YouTube channel. So I know Erica. She does some great videos of her listings. Her husband is also like an avid fisherman, and we're all trying to convince her. Everybody's trying to convince her husband to get in a YouTube channel and start producing content on there. So yeah, so straight off the bat, I would say that if somebody clicked on your name or clicked on your icon, this is what they'd be presented with. This is kind of your home screen here, and you see that somebody could be mistaken that you don't have many videos up, and you absolutely do. It's just that you don't have them displayed on your homepage. In order to do that, you need to go into Customize Channel, go into your home screen, and you can add playlist to your home screen. And you can have up to 10 different playlists. And I would definitely do that just to kind of fill out this home screen, because this is their first impression of your channel. And kind of be strategic about that to represent what type of content they're going to get from your channel and what you really want them to see first. So this top playlist here, you do a lot of listing videos, so maybe have all your listing videos here, and then a playlist of buying a home in where I think you're in Florida. Yeah, Jupiter. Buying a home in Jupiter, Florida. Selling a home in Jupiter, Florida.
I would have
vlog,
the playlist for me would be for listings is homes for sale in Jupiter, Florida. That would be
homes
the
for
name.
sale in Jupiter, Florida. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing I would do is just go to Customize Channel and fill out this homepage a little bit more.
Does she have playlists?
Let's take a look. Let's go take a look at her playlist. She does. Home tours, real estate fun videos, Jupiter, Florida, advice and tips, market updates. Yeah, so I mean, that's great. You have playlists already. I would, by Wow, 51 home tours. I would try to expand on those titles a little bit as well. See if you can make titles that are a little bit more clickable, um, rather than just home tours. Like, yeah, even if it was just Jupiter, Florida home tours,
Mhm.
give a little bit more details into that. So let's take a look. Wow, 51. Yeah, so you definitely have a lot of videos in here, and this kind of looks like this was maybe designed more for Facebook because it has these like bumpers in the top and the bottom there.
She's as cute as could be.
Yeah, she's done some really fun ones.
Uh-huh.
Let me go back. I think she had a naked one as well.
She was the first one to do a naked one.
Oh, okay, okay. So let's take a look here. Yeah,
Mine was not a listing video. It was, had to do with, law. It's a law here in Louisiana.
right, naked ownership.
Uh-huh.
All right, so the first thing that stands out to me is that you don't have custom thumbnails for all of these. Looks like some of them you do, but every video should have a custom thumbnail. The screen captures just really don't cut it. That'd be my first thing is come back here, have Joey, have Adam, have somebody make custom thumbnails for all of these videos.
All right, so look at that title. It says, "Can you sell your home online?" So to make it more interesting, to more captivating, it'd be like, "Can you
Oh,
actually sell your home online?" Or "Can you really," in capital letters, "Can you really sell your home online?" Like you have to add that
right, a little spice to it.
right, and then the thumbnail would be like a question mark over the home itself, and it's like with a sold sign, over the question mark over the sold
Yeah, this could be a great video.
with Google at the top, you know? You know?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, can you really sell your home online, or
Uh-huh.
should you sell your home online? Yeah, I think something you could probably play around with that and spice it up a bit.
Mhm.
This thumbnail, I'm guessing it's just a screen grab. That really doesn't make me want to click. It says, "When was the last time you went shopping online?"
You gotta remember your thumbnail is like a book cover, and they say, "Oh, don't judge a book by its cover." Well, that darn well people buy books because of the cover, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Make that cover look as good as it can look so that way people will wanna buy your book, you know?
Virtual home tours. No need to leave your home. That may be an all right title.
Mhm.
I'm not hating on that.
Well, but I would do it backwards. No need to leave your home, virtual home tours.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So the listing videos are tough with naming them, and I don't really have a clear
Yes, I
answer.
do.
Okay, what's your clear answer for how to
Do
name
not
it?
use the address as the no, do not use the address as because the only people
The
that are gonna look
title?
up because the only people that are gonna be looking up the address are the people that live in the house or the people that have already put in a contract on it or about to put in a contract on it. They're not gonna be people that are searching the internet. You wanna compete with people like Zillow and Realtor.com. So you wanna do like, go ahead and put in VLR real estate at the top. You do video titles like that, and you're gonna get clear people that are looking on Google that are actually looking for houses for sale in your area. So I will say, "House for sale in Gonzales, Louisiana with a large yard," because people are looking, "I wanna find a house for sale in that's how the people type in Google. They're looking for that. "I need a house with a big yard in Gonzales." That's how you title them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I used to
That's
title
how they get
mine.
business.
I used to title mine starting off with like the city or the county. So
Mhm,
Annapolis home for sale, and
mhm.
then maybe the first part of the address is what I would do. But yeah, I like that you pick a feature of the property.
Right, that people are
Beautiful
looking
water view home for sale in Jupiter, Florida.
right,
It
or the pool, if they have a swimming pool or something like that. Some
and
amazing feature.
I used to hope that by putting the address that my video would rank um, in like Google when I search for that property. But I found that a few times it did, but it would take me a couple of months before it actually ranked in Google.
You're not gonna beat Zillow and Realtor.com and all those other websites that you're not gonna beat them when it comes to the address of the house. You're just not.
So let's see what pops up if your video, yeah. So even with that title or the address in your video, there you go. So it's on the second page of Google, and it probably took you a long time even just to get to there. How old is this video now? November. So November, and it's still not on the first page of Google.
Mhm.
And nobody goes to YouTube is going to type in a property address. So
Nope.
because of that, yeah, I agree with not really putting the address in the title.
Put
Because
it in the first line of the description.
yeah, you could put it up here
That's what I always do.
because it hurts the clickability of the title. That title of just an address doesn't make me want to click on it. So yeah, I would try to spice that up and try to focus on a feature of the property that is really cool and make people want to click on it. And let's say it was waterfront homes in Jupiter, Florida. I think you'd probably have a better shot of ranking for something like that in Google search or YouTube search if you had a really great video, and that's something people would actually search for. So let's see. Let's head back. Yeah, so custom thumbnails for all of these, that's a minimum requirement. Even if it's just a great picture of the house, like even just this image of the house, that could make a decent thumbnail. It'd make better than just a kind of a random screen grab. Imagine your home here. That's pretty good. That's a good
That's a
thumbnail.
good thumbnail.
Yeah, waterfront lot for sale, Jupiter, Florida. Look at that. She's listening to our advice before we even gave it.
Right, but it's a minute long.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean on YouTube, longer videos do perform better if you can muster that with your videos and make them a little bit longer. Let's see what else. Yeah, you're uploading a lot. You definitely have a lot of content. Here's your naked home tour, 47,000 views on YouTube. See, that's a great thumbnail as well. You obviously spent a lot of time put some effort into making that thumbnail. So let's see what her most popular videos are. I know you do a lot of listing videos. Let's see.
Apparently, she needs to be naked more often.
Yeah. I think you found it. Figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
5-acre Jupiter farmhouse. Yeah. See, that's a good title there.
The thumbnail's good too.
Yeah. It kind of confuses me, but okay. That's two different images. That's a top-down image. You're from Jupiter if. Let's take a look at this one. So yeah, it looks like you're almost like you're making one video to use on Facebook and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I've watched this one before. It's pretty funny.
That's
this
a Colin. The Colin. Remember, Colin did that video.
Yeah,
that's a little template.
Yeah, and I mean these bars up top, they don't really work on YouTube. It's not really part of the culture here. But I see that you do a lot of listing videos, and I'm not seeing a lot of like educational videos or anything like that. And
maybe that's not her steal, though. If she wants to succeed on YouTube, she'll just needs to find her little niche. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be educational videos. That's because we do that doesn't mean that's what she needs to do.
Right. But, yeah. I mean, I agree. You don't need to make stuff about 5 tips to buy a home or sell a home or anything.
No.
Those don't really get a lot of traction for a lot of people.
But they're great for your sphere. So they're good to have for your channel. If a bunch of other people end up watching them, fantastic. But it's always good to, like, when someone asks you that question, just to throw them that video. But if that's not what you want to do, don't do that. Don't.
What I would consider, though, is making more content like this one. You're from Jupiter and more content, educational content about Jupiter, Florida. And the way I view it is that you want your target audience is people living in Jupiter, Florida. So make discoverable content that people from Jupiter, Florida would discover organically on YouTube. So if you made content about Jupiter, Florida, about moving there, top 10 restaurants in Jupiter, Florida, things to do in Jupiter, Florida, this type of stuff would build you that local audience. And then they would also enjoy watching your listing videos about Jupiter, Florida as well. So that's just another strategy, is to make content about that your target audience would be interested in, and to see if that kind of helps out a little bit. Yeah, you definitely do a lot of listing videos.
I love the South Florida fall. That's a eye-catching thumbnail.
And which one? Oh God, it's not catching my eye. Oh yeah, the red one. Yeah, that red definitely stands out. Yeah, see, that's a perfect thumbnail. That's fantastic. Basic South Florida fall. Let's see what this is. Oh, I gotcha. Uh, yeah, she's got a sense of humor too, which is great.
Mhm.
Yeah, and what about her banner? What do you think of her banner up here?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Turn on notifications.
For what? What are they turning their notifications on for? You're giving them no value in the banner. And not only that, you're automatically saying in the banner, look, I'm on YouTube, but I really want you to see me on Facebook and Instagram. Like, one of the things about YouTube is that you want to keep them on platform as much as possible. Until you build up that YouTube channel, you don't want to take them off that platform. And Facebook followers are different than YouTube followers. They're completely different animals. When they're on YouTube, they want to consume as much possible content. You don't want to take them away from that and send them over to Facebook. People on Facebook don't want to watch your YouTube videos. They're Facebook people. They're completely different animals.
Yeah, Christina doesn't like having these social media links up there. I think the one to your website is good, and I think even to Zillow, that's not a bad idea. Even though maybe taking some people away, it's still, you got to convert them at some point.
No, I think putting them on your website on there is the best thing. And that should be the only thing. Your website, and that's it. Your website and your YouTube channel, period.
Yeah, I do agree that it does feel a little busy. What I always like is trying to figure out a value proposition for your channel. What is the overarching value that you're going to provide your target audience? And so if it's going to be home tours of Jupiter, Florida, or your guide to everything in Jupiter, Florida, or your Jupiter, Florida real estate agent, just something like that. And I like placing that value proposition dead center in your banner, just so when people first come here, they instantly know exactly what your content's about, what they can expect and why they should subscribe. And I think that your banner can absolutely help convert viewers into subscribers if you do it in that manner. So there's something else to consider. Just come up with like a value statement for your channel.
Yeah, I know. And let me just tell you, banner channel value statements is probably I've gone through at least 500 banners minimum. I hate doing banners so much. They drive me batty. You are the same way. This is like, you've had several different banners as well.
Yeah, and that's because I've kind of changed the direction of my channel a couple of times, and what my value proposition is. And I'm not even really happy with my channel banner right now either. I think I'm going to change the value proposition to real estate and finance strategies.
And I want to make better.
I'm gonna make more content about.
I just changed mine.
Real estate.
I just changed mine.
Let's take a look at yours. But you know, when you get to my thing, that's the very first things that your eyes get drawn to is what the value is of my channel. I need to change that. I don't like the average Joe thing.
I didn't like it. I told you that from the get-go. I was like, the average Joe.
I wanted to make like content for the average person, and kind of, but I don't think my content's average. I have like piano music, and I'm in a collared shirt most of the time.
You see, I got a new icon too, new channel.
Yeah,
icon.
yeah. So I like your icon. I think having bright colors in an icon really helps. It captures people's eyes. It's really recognizable. Real estate for everyone.
It is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. So somebody comes here and they. I think that's pretty good value statement because you do cover a lot of like alternative housing. Kind of things,
and it's not just the expensive houses or your regular traditional houses. It's for everybody.
Yeah,
any kind of house.
Yeah, I mean, I like that, and that's it's very clear. There's no other clutter of what's going to get them from. What is that?
Is that
a Facebook link on your on your channel page?
I just put that there.
You did?
Yeah, in the 4 years I've been on YouTube, that's the first time I just put it on there. Okay. And I got my website link is broken. I need to fix it. I've been meaning to do that. It's one of those things like, I'm going to get to it. And then like a month later, still haven't gotten to it.
So another thing is I'm happy to see that Erica Wolf has, looks like a default description for her videos. Those really help out, save a lot of time.
I do that too.
I feel like you could kind of spice this up a little bit. Like one of the most important call to actions is for them to reach out to you. So I would maybe add some emojis to this.
I was going to say emojis. I'm an emoji person.
Yeah, I like emojis. They stand out. And, you could even put this up a lot higher if this is one of the most important things is for you to get leads and for them to reach out. Like being so small and that really didn't catch my eye.
Mhm.
Somebody could easily look at this and like kind of not even notice that. Um, yeah, I mean, you can keep links to your other social media platforms. One thing I like doing is having links to other playlists that they may enjoy. So if they watch this video, have a playlist of other Jupiter, Florida home tours. And it just, you spend some time, you do that one time and put in all your default descriptions and just auto populates in there for you.
But,
And
but this is how I kinda, like, started my YouTube channel. Like, I was doing everything on Facebook, and I was just taking my Facebook videos and throwing them on YouTube, and if they worked, they worked, and if they didn't, they didn't, I didn't really
mhm.
care. But
And so another thing that I like to do is I usually like to write one paragraph. This is kind of an old school technique for SEO purposes. It's hard to say how well it still works nowadays, but I like to write one paragraph, and I like to try to use whatever that target keyword is that the video is about. I try to use that in that first paragraph,
mhm.
and that's because I still go after search traffic. See, I know you don't go after search traffic anymore, do you?
I just put a, link in Facebook to what Daryl Eves and Tim Schmoyer said, which is stop making videos for robots and make them for people. You'll be better off.
Hmm.
So you'll get into search traffic if you make them for people and not robots. You will get into search traffic by doing it that way. You don't have to like sit there and spend 40 hours looking for the magical keywords that are just going to make your video blow up. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I don't spend a lot of time doing keyword research anymore.
That's
Uh,
such a waste of your energy.
I'm still willing to spend 30 seconds though to type up a little paragraph.
Oh,
And
well, it's so ingrained in my head, I instantaneously do it without even thinking about it. My vidIQ scores are always really high because I'm so, like, programmed. I don't even think about it, and I only do the recommended tags that they tell you to do. I just click, 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 call it a day, you know?
yeah, and so the reason why I still do it is so I just did a search for Jupiter, Florida, and you notice that it has the first couple of lines as it kind of displays that, and they actually bold the keyword, right? If they have Jupiter, Florida in their description, the first line, they bold that. They bold that here, and they bold it there, and so I know that they're at least looking at that, and because of that, I'm thinking like maybe it could still be somewhat significant. So I still try to use if I have a target keyword. Hey, look at that. You do rank. See, look, you're from Jupiter, Florida. So if somebody searches for Jupiter, Florida, her video does rank down here. That's the type of content that is discoverable content and people
I
will find your channel from.
I would make another video. I'd make a part 2.
Right.
I would make a part 2.
Yeah, you could.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah, you could do 10 best things about being from Jupiter, Florida. You
Or you
know,
could do one that says, you're not from Jupiter, Florida. So you do
right.
one the opposite. So it'd be a part 2 to that one.
Yeah, but I mean, really, any other fun content like that, just about Jupiter, Florida, and when people search for your city, you could be ranking for that. If somebody
The kinds of
searches,
people that live in Jupiter, Florida.
yeah, if somebody searches for Annapolis, Maryland, my videos are the top two results for that. And we have, the Naval Academy here I have to compete with. We have a movie called Annapolis I had to compete with. But by making content about it, I'm one of the first things representing my city on YouTube when people search for that. So that's why that's the educational content I was referring to is about your local area, just so that you can be number one and number two when people search for Jupiter, Florida.
Mhm.
Let's see what happens if I search on Google for Jupiter, Florida. I wonder if Google displays any videos on that. Yeah, so one thing I do when I mean, I still do keyword research. Sometimes I like to, oh, geez, if I could spell it correctly. But one thing I
Oh.
look for is I'll do a Google search of a term, and if it ranks videos on the first page of Google, then that's going to be a hot term that I want to make a video for. Because I know if I just get my videos to rank in YouTube, most likely they're ultimately going to rank on Google as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Google doesn't rank any YouTube videos right now for Jupiter, Florida, but that's something that I like to keep an eye out for.
I'm all over Ascension Parish. I'm the only one that
Yeah,
does it.
I bet. How do you spell? Are you on Google for that?
I should be.
Let's
Uh,
see. Man, it's running really slow. I think because I'm live streaming right now.
yeah, ASCEN.
ASCEN.
Mhm.
How
S
Parish?
S S S Sion. P-A-R-I. Yeah, there you go.
Ascension Parish. Let's see what pops up for that.
Ascension Parish.
Oh boy, Google is running slow today.
I know. It took forever to upload videos to YouTube the past several days. I know somebody that's been sitting at 48 hours still hasn't had a video upload.
Oh man, yeah, must be everybody's just on YouTube right now.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
but I'm the only one that really is on there when it comes to videos. Like I was on at one point I was on 13 pages of Google. Evening real estate people, evening Neil C. That is the voiceover extraordinaire.
That's the Brit.
Yeah, that's the Brit. Is there anything?
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22. Like I've thought about making more content and really doubling down on my city, but I kind of have enough leads coming in right now. I know it sounds crazy, but I've got a bunch of buyers I'm working with right now. I got 3 under contract. I'm showing properties today. I don't even want them. I just want to make YouTube videos. I'm kind of tired of all this real estate stuff, That's kind of where I'm at right now. I want to be a Christina Smallhorn. I want to be a full-time YouTuber. That's what we're all trying to ascend to.
But but the thing is that people have it twisted because I have a bigger goal. I have a bigger goal for all of this. This is yes, I'm a real estate agent. Yes, I have a YouTube channel that does pretty good, but I want to use my YouTube channel to do something bigger and better. And that to me, if I pull that off, I feel like I won the damn lottery.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got a mission. You got a mission and you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I think if I pull that off, I'm gonna that would be the biggest, best accomplishment I've ever done. That would be the biggest payoff. That would be like winning the lottery for me.
I was listening to Daryl Eves the other day, and he's saying that Mr. Beast, his goal is to earn $1 billion and then give it all away. And that sounds crazy, but that's totally possible. He's probably earning millions of dollars a year right now and probably giving a lot of that away. Even Daryl Eves, he started off as a YouTuber and he now has VidCon. Oh, Mr. Beast owns part of VidCon or VidSummit. Yeah. I mean, it's totally possible he can make $1 billion in his lifetime. How many Felix, PewDiePie, he's probably made hundreds of millions of dollars in the last, decade or so off of YouTube.
Yeah. And it's not just the thing is that it isn't just AdSense money, which is, it's pretty decent for the real estate niche. But you can do affiliate links, you can do sponsored videos. There's 100 million different ways to earn income on YouTube. You can sell your t-shirts and your stickers when people start liking your content. You'll be surprised on how many people are, Team Malcolm, and they will buy every t-shirt, sticker and every cup that you ever put out in your store. But you got to, you set it all up and, expect nothing and be happy with the reward,
Yeah, you were talking about subscriber count earlier and how it's really just kind of a vanity number. And you're absolutely right about that. There are people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of subscribers, and they don't make any money off the channel as well. They can't even support themselves. And every niche on YouTube, it pays a little bit differently. The advertisers pay differently on there. My biggest channel, right, is about 80,000 subscribers right now. It's about 4 times as large as Christina's channel when subscriber count, yet she makes 2 or 3 times as much money off her much smaller channel than I do off 80,000 subscribers because her channel's focused on real estate and advertisers are willing to pay a lot more on that. And if you start getting those affiliate referrals from that foldable company, yeah, I mean, the monetization ability for your channel is going to be huge. That's the interesting thing. Yep. And really, what the best way is? So my let's say 2019, I made maybe $5,000 off my big YouTube channel. In 2019, though, I also made over $100,000 off of my small real estate YouTube channel from generating me leads for my business. Right. That is actually the best possible way to monetize YouTube, is to use it for lead generation for another business that you have.
Right, but why can't you have both?
Yeah, both is great. Multiple streams of income.
Why can't you have both? Why can't you get leads from it and make a little bit of extra money off some affiliate marketing and have like a little bit of sponsorship money? Why can't you have it all? Like, don't think of it as just, well, this is my lead gen. You can make it your business too, like that, like a full business within your business.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. I'm all about having the multiple streams of income, sponsored videos as well. That's something that I was doing for a while there. People would pay me $300 to $500 to make a video about their product. You do a couple of those a month, and you're sitting pretty. I gotta get with like Squarespace or Audible, get them to
I know, right?
sign up for their
Or
affiliate
what is it? What is the VPN that always like
NordVPN.
Yeah, like you made it when they asked you to do a sponsored video.
Even TubeBuddy has
you can do affiliate marketing with them as well. I have an affiliate link with them. Anybody can sign up for that.
So let's talk about that. You are you signed up for vidIQ?
Yes.
Do you pay for like a premium membership or something like that? And you're also signed up for TubeBuddy?
Yes.
So what's the pros and cons of those two? Which ones do you like best?
I like there's two there. I like TubeBuddy for their A/B testing tool a lot. I think that they're really great, and I do a little bit of research. They've changed some things recently. I do like some of the things they've done to it, but I like the analytics. Looking at the analytics, how it's broken down, and their recommended dump tags for vidIQ. I like theirs better. Like TubeBuddy tells you to do the long tail keywords in order, and that's just I like the YouTube. You'll rank better for the ones that vidIQ recommends as their tags than you would with a
interesting,
with the default ones. So
Berto makes $220,000 a year with TubeBuddy affiliates.
He said that on live stream. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
He's a super affiliate, is what they call him.
Yeah,
so and extra.
He actually showed his analytics for his YouTube channel, and he makes about $2,000 a month off his YouTube channel. I mean, that's less than what I'm making right now.
It's a lot less than I'm making.
Yeah, that's just off the ads playing on it.
Yeah.
And he said, I watched his live stream during the TubeBuddy marathon thing, and he's saying that he got kicked out of the Amazon affiliate program. I think he's trying to game it somehow. And so he switched over to TubeBuddy, but wow, $200,000 a year from TubeBuddy affiliates. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it shows that there's a bunch of different ways to make money out there. If Christina starts bringing in money from affiliate programs for different model homes and different homes like that, that's absolutely a business model there that she could do and never have to show another buyer properties ever again. You should definitely reach out to,
I was supposed to, before all this happened, I was supposed to go to Austin. I was going to go, there's several 3D printing housing companies within Austin. And I planned on doing that. I planned on going, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my house.
That's all right. You still keep on building up your track record and your channel, and then that'll just give you even more leverage when you finally do, present, hey, give me an affiliate link or something for these people. Talking to Brad this morning, McCollum, and he's gonna do. I think he's doing like he's making videos for other businesses. Somebody's gonna pay him to make like a promotional video for their business, which is cool. So he's taking his skills and he's leveraging it and kind of growing a business around that.
Well, he's a producer anyway. He's full on,
Well, we're up to an hour and a half now, and I got some showings, unfortunately.
Yeah. I actually have some meetings today, so.
Oh, look at you.
I know.
Doing real estate work.
I'm really important. Yeah. So important. I'll be the next Grant Cardone.
You'll get there, and then you go bankrupt.
Yeah, and then
everybody talks about it, and then
they make videos about me. Oh, that was so exciting.
I may jump on that bandwagon. I may need to make some content about Grant Cardone. You sent me a link earlier.
I did. Please do it, because I would like to hear your perspective of it, because everybody's kind of putting their own. Like, I like how you break down things, and so if you break it down in a timeline type of way, I think it would be really interesting, because I like when you do that.
Too much going on. I don't have enough time in the day. I gotta get rid of these damn. Oh, my hair's gotta go the other way.
Your
I
hair
gotta
is huge.
I gotta just start referring out all my real estate clients like you're doing, so I can do more live streams and make more videos.
I enjoy that much better. I'm having a lot more fun.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. Yeah, I may have to jump on that Grant Cardone wagon. She sent me a channel, this relatively new channel that only started a couple months ago, and all this kid's videos were like 200 views, 300 views, 500 views, and then every video he had about Grant Cardone is like 9,000 views, 13,000 views. So it's, finding those topics and those trends. You only need a few big videos to really grow a channel, and then that's how you're going to discover you and find your other content.
I think that because it goes along with your finance stuff. So if you bridge that into your finance stuff, I think it would make a lot of sense. And it's hitting a hot topic that's talking right now. I wish you would do it.
It's a trending topic. Hell, I made a video about you got to look for those trending topics in your industry.
Well, that's what, as soon as I saw that, I went, this is perfect for Malcolm.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, everybody. This is a collaboration part. I gain nothing from helping him, but it's something I wouldn't do because that's not what my channel is about. It's something that he would do. And I wanted to help him, make a video that I think would do great for his channel. We all can do that. All of us, every single one of us, we're not competition.
We're all just masterminding.
Yep.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. All right. I think it's a good spot to end it.
Me too.
My voice. I don't have that sexy, smooth Ray.
The Ellen voice.
Yeah.
Beard. Your beard isn't long enough. That's what it is.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of his podcast.
Maybe I need to get a longer beard. I'll work on that.
Oh, geez. Yeah. A couple of months in quarantine. You'll get there.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
All right, everybody. You have a fantastic day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.